So you got a million producers, a million singers, a million rappers, a million people trying to get in the music industry. You got a million people trying to get into the NBA, the NFL, baseball, a million people trying to act. Whatever you're trying to do, man. I'm gonna share this little bit of information with you. These are things that I follow. These are things that I value, things that I go by in my daily life. And the number one thing is patience. You gotta have patience. The other two are consistency and persistence, man. Anything you do, you gotta be consistent, you gotta be persistent, and you gotta be patient. Which means that, let's just say if you're a producer, you gotta work at your craft consistently. You don't have to do it every day, but it has to be consistent. 3 or 4 times a week, pace yourself and increase your pace, as you get better. Whether it's 3 or 4 days a week, don't do 3 or 4 days a week this week and then don't do it again for another 2 or 3 weeks. So you got to be consistent, which means that you got to repeat it, and if you got good music, you got to consistently make good music. You can't just make one good beat, make 20 whack beats, and then go back and make another good beat. I mean, nobody's going to make perfect and great beats every single time, but you got to go at it. And persistence means stick with it. When stuff is tough, when you're not really feeling it, fight through it. Like if you don't feel like making beats, you rather go talk to this chick or you rather go play basketball or something, man, just take your ass back to the studio, stick with it, work on a song that you didn't want to work on, a beat that you really didn't like, stick with it, man, and you never know what'll come out of that. So once you do it, once you're consistent and you're persistent and you stick with it, man, and you really feel like you've been putting in a lot of work, after a certain amount of time, you're going to start looking around and you're like, why am I not successful? Why isn't this happening for me? Or how come I've been doing this for so long and I haven't got on? How come I have 4 or 5 placements and I'm still broke? Now, that's when patience comes into play. And I think that's the most important thing, because a lot of people lose patience. You may give up and the next day something was about to happen for you, but you gave up already, so you missed out on it. Patience is the number one thing. I don't know how to get you to understand how important patience is. Maybe, you can talk to your parents or a friend or look it up on Wikipedia and find out the definition of patience. But if you really don't understand, or if you admit to being an impatient person, success is not going to come to you when you want it to come. If you're banging out 20 beats a day for 3 years and you feel like your time has come, it's not up to you. Nobody really knows when their shot is going to come, or nobody knows how their shot is going to come. So just be consistent, persistent, and patient, and your success is inevitable, which means that it'll happen regardless. You got a lot of people out here being desperate, selling beats for $10 to $25. Man, you can sell $10 to $25 beats and sell 100 beats for $10 and make $1,000, or you can just be patient and sell one beat for $1,000. It's up to you, man, and it'll probably take the same amount of time to accumulate that amount of money. So the time that it takes you to sell 100 beats to make $1,000, it'll probably take you the same amount of time to sell one beat for $1,000. So think about that, man. It's real talk. Like, if you sell one beat for $1,000, you get a lot more respect. You definitely get greater rewards because you actually stuck with it. It's just like a store. You create a business, you open up a new store, you're not going to get customers overnight. You got to put in your work. You got to go advertise, you got to go market, you got to go create good product, and you got to sit in the store every single day and wait for customers to come in. And every single customer that comes into your store, you got to treat them, with the best, whatever you have to do to get them to come back and to get them to spread the word and let them work for you, so you don't have to go sending these mass emails to everybody. Let your music promote you. Let your music network for you. If you got good music, you don't have to sit in the clubs every week. So just figure out better ways to increase your business, to make more money instead of making hustler $10, $25 beats. Like, it's real talk. So I don't know how you want to take this video, but that's real talk. But the keys to my life are consistency, persistence, and patience. And I hope you guys really value that and learn that. If you're feeling this, take some time out to comment on it. That's that. Best of luck to everybody. Peace.